a 2-day event which features the work of about 128 projects this year from a variety of classes, from cinematic screens and objects to sustainability practices, networked objects, mobile application development, the assistive technology curriculum, a wide arrangement of classes.
This is Botanicals, and Botanicals is a project for people to build relationships with their plants using the telephone. So each of these plants has an extension on a phone system, and you can call it, and it'll tell you things about itself. It'll tell you how it likes to be taken care of, where it came from, that sort of thing. The plants, however, can also call you when they need something.
We have 2 ivies here. This one is very happy. The soil is moist. It's doing fine, so it's not making any phone calls right now. The soil we have over in this plant is extremely dry. So right now, this is being communicated through the code, which is measuring the soil moisture for this particular plant and what it wants. And it's actually placing a phone call on this phone over here.
Hi, I'm desperately in need of a drink. Do you think you could find it in your heart to maybe water me a little?
And it's actually a very polite plant, and it's actually going to call you back if you have indeed watered it.
It's kind of inspired by the idea of putting insects in bottles, like when you're a kid. And like, what if you could collect people in these little bottles? It's kind of a strange concept, but the technology behind it is Max Jitter, that and Final Cut Pro.
The way it works is that you can take this little device and speak into it, so he could talk into it, and then that sound is channeled back into his own ears. So you retain the right to a somewhat private conversation while still being able to speak aloud. It's a way of physically looking at the act of talking to yourself.
I built it as an assistive tech or maybe a toy application, specifically for helping out with the blind. It inputs how close objects are, and then it outputs a tactile information to your arm. So you're able to navigate a room without the use of your eyes. It's affordable. I tried to keep it under $40.
The idea is callers on hold compete to be the first to speak to a human. So instead of putting you in a holding queue, I ask you questions, and I'll either increase or decrease your wait time based on how you answer those questions.
When criticized, do you react emotionally or cry? Your wait time is 27 minutes.
The person that answers them the fastest and answers them right gets to the human first.
If you have an interesting thing in the screen, you can click and the related information appear.
You enter a keyword into the interface, and then it goes up to the web. Mostly right now, YouTube and Google Video temporarily downloads the video. It's going to play each video back for 5 seconds apiece. It's sort of like channel surfing the internet. So it plays through a regular television, which is it's different to see it on TV.
Basically, the higher your foot is off the ground, the faster the track plays. There's also a track selection with the head. If you do a head jerk, you switch the track up.